Hello students, welcome to this math class on rounding to nearest 10, 100 and 1000. So let's look at what rounding is. So rounding is basically the process of making a number simpler or shorter while keeping its value close to the original. So in rounding, we are basically trying to make a number look, simpler or shorter. So example, we have 43 becoming 40, 257 becomes 300, and 523 becomes 500. So how do we do this? How do we round numbers? So in rounding numbers, there are certain rules which you must, adhere to. And number one, we have identifying the place value of the number you're rounding. So this is very, very important. Do you know your place value? If you don't know your place value, you need to know your place value before you start rounding number. That is why most students tend to struggle when they are asked to round up a particular number. So imagine you're being asked to round up a number to the nearest tens. You don't even know the number that is in the place value of tens. So you'll be wondering, which number am I actually rounding? So imagine being asked, okay, round to the nearest hundreds. You don't know the number in the place value of hundreds. How can you round up the number? So you must know your place value. The second rule is your decider. What is your decider? Your decider is usually the number, close to the number you are rounding. For example, so let's say you have 8, 7, 6, 5. This is ones or units. This is tens, hundreds, and this is thousands. So let's say I'm asked to round to the nearest hundred. So that means I'm rounding 7. Now, what is a decider? The decider is the number, at the right side of the number you're rounding. So if 7 is the number I'm rounding, my decider is 6. It's as simple as that. So another one is, for example, let's say we're asked to round to the nearest 1000. So that means we're asked to round 8. We're rounding 8. So if I'm rounding 8, my decider becomes 7. It's as simple as that. So your decider is usually the number after the number you're rounding. Now, what does your decider do? Your decider tells you if you are going to round up or round down. So if you look at this here, you're going to see that from 5 and above you round up. And whenever you round up, you add 1 to the number you're rounding. And from 4 downwards, you're rounding down. And whenever you round down, the number stays the same. That means the number you're rounding is not going to change. It's going to stay the same. Let's take a look at some examples and apply this rule. Alright, so let's take a look at this example. Now, they said number one says round 56 to the nearest 10. Okay? So if I'm rounding 56 to the nearest 10, so that means I'm rounding 5. Okay? How do I know I'm rounding 5? From your place value, the place value of 6 here is units. The place value of 5 here is tens. So since I'm rounding to the nearest 10, that means I'm rounding 5. So if I'm rounding 5, my decider becomes 6. And if my decider is 6, that means I'm rounding up. So I round 5 up, 5 becomes 6. Now, when you're rounding to nearest 10, 100, and 1000, after rounding the number you want to round, other numbers become 0. So this 6 becomes 0. So remember, after rounding, other numbers, after it becomes 0. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So we have 289 to the nearest 10. So the number in the place value of 10 is 8. So I'm rounding 8. Okay. So if I'm rounding 8, my decider becomes 9. Since it's 9, I'm rounding up. So I'll round 8 up, 8 becomes 9. So I'll write 2, 9, and then remember all the numbers after the number you're rounding becomes 0. The ones before the number, they are safe. You write them. Okay? So the ones before the number you're rounding, you don't touch them. Alright. Number 3 says we should round to the nearest 100. So the number in the place that has a place value of 100 is 4. So I'm rounding 4. So if I'm rounding 4, my decider is 2. So since my decider is less than 5, I'm going to round down. So this 4 is going to stay the same. So I'll write the 4. Then all the numbers after it become 0, remember. So number 4. We're asked around 9,784 to the nearest 100. So the number in the place value of 100 is 7. Okay. So I'm going to write 9 and 7. Okay. No, that's not, sorry, that's a mistake. So I'm going to write 9. Before I write 7, I need to round 7 first before I round it. So 7 is the number I'm rounding. My decider is 8. So I'll round up, 7 becomes 8. So it becomes 8. Then the other number after the number I'm rounding becomes 0, 0. So now let's round to the nearest 1,000. So the number in the place value of 1,000 is 2. So I'm rounding 2. If I'm rounding 2, my decider is 7. So my decider decides that I'll round up. So I round 2 up, it becomes what? If you say 3, you are correct. So write 3. Then the other number after it becomes 0, 0, and 0. So we have 3 numbers after the number we rounded. So we're going to have 3 zeros. So lastly, the last example. Okay, so can you tell me the number that I'm rounding? Remember, I'm asked to round to the nearest 1,000. So which number am I rounding? So if you say 1, you are correct because 1 is in the place value of 1,000. So I'll write, so I'm going to, after identifying the number I'm rounding, I get my decider. So my decider in this case is 4. So if my decider is 4, am I going to round down or up? Okay, so since it's less than 5, I'm going to round down. So if I round 1 down, 1 is going to remain the same. So I write the 1. Then what would happen to the other numbers, okay, after the number you're rounding? Okay, will I write the number or will they all become 0? Okay, if you say they will all become 0, you are correct. Okay, so I'll write my 3 zeros. So here you have it. So this is how you round numbers. So I want to believe you understand how to write round numbers. So if you do, you can give this a shot. All right, thank you for watching.